Hi guys. I'll give people a few minutes to hop on, then I'll get started. I had a big fan on down here, but I think it's too loud. So if I start to sweat, you guys have to deal with it. Okay, hi guys. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Molly Stack. I'm an Orange Status presenter on Team Courage. Lauren is my upline and my sponsor. And one of the things that I feel I'm really strong with in my personal business is local expansion, building my business, not just on Facebook, but offline, locally. My PRS, not this month, doesn't happen every month, but most months, at least for the last 5 or 6 months, have been consecutively about $2,000 or more per month. And most of those orders are repeat orders and referrals locally. So while I'm still doing parties, while I'm still doing all the usual stuff we do on Facebook, a lot of my focus I've taken offline. And I have found that doing that actually has really started to build my business in a big way. So tonight I'm going to tell you how I've done that, how you can recreate that and make it yours. And hopefully that's really helpful. So ask questions anytime. I might just wait towards the end of the video to answer them if there's a lot, but I'll try to hop in and answer them. Guys, I'm going to put my fan on. If it gets too loud, let me know, but I'm already sweating with my ring light on and it's not going to be pretty. Hold on. Hold on, guys. It's so much better. Okay, if you guys can't hear me over the fan, just let me know and I'll turn it off. But okay, so when I started my business, August, it's actually coming up. August is going to be 2 years for me. When I first started my business, people always said, you know, you have to build those relationships, join groups that interest you, join groups that you have a connection to. So one of the first things, thanks Jess, one of the first things I did was join a local moms group to me. I am a mom. I have 4 boys right now. When I joined, I only had 3 boys. Now I have 4. I have 4 boys, 6 and under. So a mom's group makes a lot of sense. Don't join groups that don't make sense to you. If you're not a mom, don't join a mom's group, right? You want them to be genuine. Find something that you're interested in. Photography, food, you know, pets, whatever. So I found a group that made sense to me, and it was my local moms group. So a funny story is actually the woman who runs the moms group, when I was talking to her about joining and I had mentioned that I had this business, she said to me, do not mention your business here. Do not mention your business within this group. That is not what this group is for. She got really, really mad, like quick. So I had a feeling she probably had some bad experience with another direct salesperson who joined the group just to grow her business. Don't do that, right? This all falls into building those relationships. So one thing I want to tell you guys is this process, this building the business offline, is not an overnight thing. This takes time, but it's worth it. So I joined the moms group and I just started interacting with people. So people would post something about motherhood and I would respond to that. You know, they'd ask a question about where could I get this, you know, whatever item for my kid, and I would respond to that. And you start to have conversations within the comments, and I was slowly building Facebook relationships. So if I felt like I had talked back and forth with somebody for a while, I would friend them, right? So now they're seeing my personal wall, they're seeing my business coming through naturally. I've never said a word to them. So that was the first thing I did. When I was building those relationships, at the same time, I really started focusing on doing one-on-one appointments. And that has been by far the biggest thing that has built my business. Lauren, I'm really glad she did that in retrospect, so you can come back here and share that exact advice. Yeah, because, you know, that's what we always, you know, this is what you hear when we had the announcement about the Hong Kong launch, right? People started joining all these groups for, you know, women in other countries that they have no correlation with, and those groups shut us down, and now we have a bad taste in our mouth about that. So yeah, definitely find the groups that relate to you and don't talk your business. Anyway, so while I was doing that, I was also really focusing on these one-on-one appointments. One-on-one appointments are my favorite thing ever because you get to go and really talk to people, really form these relationships, really get your hands on them, not in like a creepy way, right? Like you know, play with their face and their makeup and their hands on the product, because it's so much easier for people to get a product in their hand, feel it on their skin, see the colors in person and be like, yes, I want this, rather than sitting in a Facebook party and hemming and hawing and not wanting to pay shipping and all that stuff. So sometimes people are like, well, I don't know, how do I do that? How do I get people to sign up for these one-on-one appointments? Well, there's a couple ways. One, say that you do them. Say you do them. Make a great post with, you know, with all your makeup. If you have one of the awesome makeup trunks, open it up, show all the makeup. And even if you don't, spread out your makeup, take a photo and be like, do you know I do one-on-one appointments? Get your hands on this stuff, like whatever. Make a post saying you're available for this. I can't tell you how many people, good friends of mine, have been like, you do this? You do one-on-one appointments? Yeah, I do those, right? So I started booking these one-on-one appointments, and all it takes is one, guys. So if you're not getting any bites, if nobody's asking you to do a one-on-one appointment, offer it to somebody. Offer it to a friend that you know will share it on her Facebook page. So, you know, hey Jen, like, I really want to start doing these local one-on-one appointments. Would you be my guinea pig? I love that phrase. Will you be my guinea pig? You're not asking people to spend a dime. You're not asking them to, you know, get out of their comfort zone or try something really scary. You're saying, hey, I'm trying to do something for myself and I really need somebody to help me out with that. Would you be that person? And I can't tell you how many people are like, yes, yeah, I'll help you out. I'll try that. So it just takes one friend. It could be your sister, your cousin, your best friend. Just sit them down and be like, all right, let's do this, and then have fun. Take a before picture, take an after picture, share it on Facebook. Just had an awesome time doing Jen's one-on-one appointment. Doesn't she look fabulous in palette 3? It really enhances her eyes. Hey, I have some openings next month. Who's next on my one-on-one appointment list? Or however you want to phrase it. People notice. So every single time I have an appointment, every single time, I take a picture of all my stuff set up. Maybe it's my trunk in the side of in my passenger seat driving somewhere, or maybe it's, you know, all set up on my dining room table. Hey, look what I'm doing today. This is my job, and you know, Jen gets to have a great day. She's coming over. Then I will always after that appointment share a before and after picture, or just an after picture. You know, I always ask the person, can I share your photo? Or I'll share a picture of myself, you know, holding my coffee cup by my makeup and being like, what an awesome day. I just got to spend time with her. And it spreads. So I have now made customers, repeat customers, by word of mouth, because this friend told that friend, told this friend, told that friend, and women like this. And it takes the pressure off the traditional party platform, especially home parties. Home parties can be fantastic. In my personal experience, they're harder to book home parties because people don't want to open their home. They don't want to spend the time and the money and trying to get all their friends in. But these one-on-ones where they really feel special and taken care of, those they're going to tell their friends about. So those have trickled down. Now, once I saw that that was really, really happening and more people were coming my way, I started a referral program. So when somebody has a one-on-one appointment with me, if they have a friend book one with me or host a party, or, you know, if they send a friend my way as a customer, I offer them a free gift as a referral. A free gift can be whatever you want, whatever you can afford. Often for me, it might be half price item, or, you know, a $10 gift card, or maybe a free product. You know, sometimes I have extra products and things and I'll just gift those to people. Those small expenses are worth it to me because of what it's doing in terms of building my business. Yes, word of mouth. This is why we don't have to know a ton of people. We only need to know a couple. Yeah, exactly. It's all word of mouth. It's all building blocks. So that's how I started. That's how I started locally. Joined the moms group. Didn't talk about my business. Started making friends with those moms. Started doing the one-on-one appointments. As soon as I started doing the one-on-one appointments, and the referrals started coming in. Sorry, I took notes because I don't want to forget anything. Oh, yeah. So as I'm doing that, I also refocused my business page. Now, business page for me has always been a struggle. I've had a really hard time getting my business page to be what I want it to be. I use my personal page primarily as my business page. You're always going to see my sharing, not selling posts. You know, I'm always integrating at least one makeup-y post into my Facebook daily posting. I probably post on Facebook on average 3 times a day. And one of them is always at least a selfie or something that, you know, discreetly talks about makeup. But I had that, and I have my VIP group. But my business page, I kind of felt like I was trying all these different things and nothing was really working for me. You know, I was trying to reach foreign markets. That wasn't really working for me. It works great for some people, just it wasn't working for me. So I got discouraged for a little bit. And then I realized, okay, where are you strong? I'm strong locally. So let's tie in my business page and make it locally focused. So I shifted it all around. So instead of my business page being reaching out to foreign networks, reaching out to a bunch of strangers all over the country, I really tailored it to reaching out to women in my state and the surrounding areas. Now, I did have some help with that because I'm not super savvy in those areas, but many of you are, and it's not super hard to figure out if you take some time. When I shifted the focus, that involved liking a lot of local businesses, first and foremost. So I live where there's a really cute main street, and there's lots and lots of you know, small shops in this main street. So, okay, small shops, shop small, shop local. These are big buzzwords, right? People really like that, and I really believe in these things too. So because of that, I started liking these pages. So there's, you know, there's boutiques, clothing boutiques, there's an ice cream place, there's local gift shops, and there's a really, really awesome and adorable local eco-friendly mom and baby store. Okay, this was key for me. Again, it's a store, it's a business that ties into who I am and what I can relate to, so you need to find the one that's going to tie into you. I started liking their business page and I started sharing their posts, okay? Because if I'm going to build locally, I want businesses to support me and promote me, but they're not going to do it for nothing, right? You're not just going to walk into a business and be like, hey, want to support me? Want to promote me? They're going to be like, no, no, I don't. Hold on. I'm talking through her thought process. It wasn't working for me. See, Lauren's like stepping in here. Yeah. I just kept trying different things. That's important. Sorry, I won't read these till the end because I get distracted really easily. Side note, this is how most of the things in my business go. When I start to feel really stagnant in an area, I just start trying all different things. I try all different things, and like 95% of the time they might not work, but that 5% when I find that really awesome thing, that's a whole other thing for another time. Anyway, these businesses are not going to support you for no reason, okay? There needs to be some give and take. So the give and take is you want to support them first. So I started sharing about these businesses. So this store posts something about her mom and baby yoga class, okay? So I share the post to my business page, and I wrote something, you know, like the store's called Mama Bird. Mama Bird, you might, if you follow me on Facebook, you might have seen how now I do a lot of collaborations with Mama Bird. Mama Bird has this really great mommy and baby yoga. Oh, I can't wait till the baby's old enough that I can do this with them. That's on my business page. Then from my business page, I share to my personal page. So now I'm reaching everybody who already likes my business page, sharing it to my personal wall. So people are seeing, hey, she's talking about Mama Bird. I like Mama Bird. Mama Bird sees that Mascara Molly is talking about them. And everybody on my Facebook page who doesn't already like my business page is like, oh, Mascara Molly has a business page, like, right? Because we always like to support our friends' pages. So that's another way I started building the page. When I started doing this, the businesses started taking notice. So then they liked my business page and they started sharing to their Facebook wall. And little by little, now remember I said this was not an overnight thing. This has taken, I think my local focus has probably been the last 6 to 8 months, okay? So it's taken time. They started sharing to their wall, people started liking my page because of their recommendation, and eventually the woman who owns Mama Bird friended me. Makes sense, right? I friended her, she friended me. And we didn't talk. We didn't talk, but she was watching me, and she was watching my videos more specifically. And one day I got a message from her, and she said, hey, I really, really love your videos. Would you like to come in and kind of collaborate on something like mom, baby? And I was like, yeah, of course. So I went in and we had a whole conversation, and what ended up happening is she sent me home with this giant bag of stuff, baby stuff, kid stuff. Really nice, eco-friendly, exciting stuff that I probably wouldn't have bought myself because it's really expensive, with the understanding that I would make some videos and promote her store. So that's what I've been doing. I've done a couple of them. So I just did a video talking about my favorite mom things, okay? Like, I don't have any of the stuff with me, but my baby right now is almost 12 months old. So some of them were like silicone rings, you know, that you hang on the bouncy seat and stuff that he chews on. I was talking about those, and she had given me a message that she always wanted incorporated about her store. So I started talking about that and making videos, and I just, you know, collaborated with Mama Bird. I linked her store. You know, you always want to tag the store. And her followers were watching because she shared it to her page. And then people started being like, hey, that's really cool. Where do I get one of those? And started shopping her store. So the collaboration was getting her the business she wanted. Then in turn, she invited me to do a ladies' night event at her store. She's given me more products to review. Now, the product reviews is just like a bonus. That's not what I went into this whole thing for, but it is a pretty cool bonus, and it's something I've kind of tried to keep going because it kind of always gives me that connection to her store, right? If I'm always talking about her store and reviewing her store, she's gonna help promote me. So through her, okay, so this is where I talk about building those relationships. Through her, I met a photographer who's local here. She's fantastic. She's also a mom. The photographer and I started talking. She started following me on Facebook. She started liking my things. Then she asked me to do the makeup for a photo shoot she was doing for a fitness model. So I got to go do that, like my first professional doing makeup for a photo shoot. Now, what's in it for me there? I didn't get paid for that. What was in it for me was exposure, because she shared my work, the makeup I did, all over her social media. The model shared it all over her social media, and I got images to keep for a portfolio. So I started building my portfolio based on that. This woman has since become a friend of mine. You know, we talk, we've hung out before. She today messaged me and asked if I wanted to collaborate with her doing senior portraits. So now she's going to make a package, you know, her photography business and Mascara Molly together. Here's a package, you know, with the makeup, here's a package without the makeup, and come on, you know high school girls are gonna want their makeup done. Like, please mom, it's my senior portrait, right? I'm gonna have business cards, I'm gonna have all those things, they're gonna share them, then there's gonna be proms, then there's gonna be, you know, their friends' proms and things like that. So little by little by little by little, building these relationships with people in my community is building my business. I still do Facebook parties. I still actively work my social media. My two big social medias are Facebook and Instagram. Instagram is my people I don't know. That is my huge cold market, okay? Because I revamped that a while ago. I used to have a private Instagram and I shared pictures of my kids. I have since revamped the whole thing. The kids are not super present on my Instagram. If they are present, they're very, you know, they're looking down, or it's just like the side of their face. Like, I'm very private with my children, but I made my Instagram public, and the public Instagram has been my big cold market, reaching people that I never would have met before because Instagram is so big, right? I actually have a few team members that have found me through Instagram. Basically what you want to do is become a fixture in your community, and it's never going to be about active self-promotion. You are self-promoting yourself, of course, you're building your business, but you really want to be supporting other businesses, because that's how you're going to end up turning around and getting support from them. Yeah, beauty classes. She's doing great things with beauty classes online. Yes, I am. I mean, we can talk about that too. If you guys have questions, throw them out there, because this is kind of like the basics of the locally building. It's really just about taking the time to build a relationship with people. Like how I adjusted it so now you're not looking at my little chin. Work those angles, lady. It's all about angles. We can talk a little bit about beauty classes. Beauty classes, that's one of those things where Lauren was saying how things weren't working for me, so I just kept trying new things. I have revamped my party platform probably like 4 or 5 times now. 4 or 5 times. Most recently, I went live in my VIP group and was like, no more parties. I'm done. I don't like Facebook parties. You don't like Facebook parties, right? And I said, from now on, and Erica Warner, hi Erica, if you're on, she posted about this the other day about always finding value and giving value to our customers, and beauty classes are giving value. So I told people no more Facebook parties, not doing it the way old school. I'm offering, hi, you're here, Erica, offering beauty classes. And that Facebook video, and I did that Facebook video at like 9 o'clock at night, had no makeup on. I'm like, guys, I look like this most of the time, right? Like, we all just want to learn from each other. Anyway, long story short, that booked me 12 parties in one night. So I'm booked solid for August and July and August. And that was a whole separate thing. Sorry, I ramble. I get off topic. Let's go back to this. Hit the pavement, guys. You got to get out there. If you want to build in your community, you got to get off your phone. You got to get off your computer, and you actually have to get into the community and start talking to people. Go into stores and talk to the shop owners. You don't have to talk about your business. Just make yourself present. Make yourself a person that they recognize. I think Sherry Brown recently did a training about going to stores and talking to people all the time. And she has a notebook in her car and she writes down when she talks to people. I really wanted to do this and I did not have the time. My brain, when you have children, I have 4 of them, and my brain is always like, I can't remember to have a notebook in my car. But she was saying, okay, I go to Kohl's twice a month, right? So she always sees the same cashier at Kohl's, and she looks at her name tag and she's like, hey Megan, how are you today? Blah, 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 blah. Writes down that she saw Megan. Well, in 2 weeks, she's going to go back and talk to Megan again, right? And over time, Megan starts to recognize her. Megan starts to know who she is, and eventually is going to be like, so what do you do? And then they have a whole business conversation. Well, the same thing goes with your community. The places you go into all the time, talk to those people. Become somebody they recognize, somebody they eventually want to have a conversation with, and make it that they never forget you. Another really easy thing you can do, who drinks coffee? Me, right? Or whatever your afternoon crutches, you get a donut, you get a coffee, whatever. Find out if these places will let you set up a table, all right? I am not a huge fan of vendor shows for me in terms of sales. Vendor events are huge for networking, okay? That one I was telling you about, I did a ladies' night on Main Street. Ladies' night on Main, I did it at that Mama Bird store. I made 0 sales, not 1 sale. I did 5 full face makeovers though. 3 of them were women I had never met before, and they all took my business cards. 2 of them were women who were in that moms group who I've never spoken to. I had no idea they were in the moms group, but they were watching me. And they were like, we saw you were going to be here. We wanted to come get our makeup done. We friended each other. We had a whole conversation. Turns out one of them, our kids go to the same school. And what do you know? She went home, she told her friend, her friend saw her makeup, that friend called me, and now I'm doing her makeup for a wedding in August. This is how it happens, guys. It's all about the networking. Meetup.com, I don't know if you guys have ever used it before. Meetup has so many groups in your area. You can search your area. One of them that I belong to, at least on the Meetup, I don't belong to the group yet. When I have a little more time, I'm going to join it for sure. It's a women's networking group, women in business networking. And these women get together once a month at various restaurants and things, and they network and they talk about their businesses, and they share their passions and what they do and everything. And it's a designated place. Come talk about your business. It's not like dance around your business. No, this is the place you're going to talk about your business. Go look on Meetup, guys. Meetup has everything. And if you're having trouble finding those local Facebook groups, like, if you're not a parent and a mom's group isn't going to work for you, I really suggest going on Meetup and finding the groups that will. Don't get discouraged if this takes time. You know, if I think about it, when I started doing the local things, I didn't get a ton of response. As a matter of fact, I don't know, I shared it in Courage a few weeks ago. Last year, I went to the same streets on the same main street and asked if I could set up a table for the annual Ladies' Night on Main. And they all said no. Every single one. They said no. Okay. You know why they said no? Because they didn't know who I was. They didn't know that, I'm a mom. They didn't know I have this platform of Operation Feel Pretty. They didn't know I did anything except sell a product. And when you're out there in the community, it's got to be more than just selling product. You have to be putting the value out into the community, because that's what binds people together. It's not just, oh, she has that cool mascara. Yeah, you're going to get customers that way, but it's really the relationship building, because it makes people want to spend time with you, and it makes people want to tell other people about you. So it was really cool for me to come full circle, to be told a year ago, no, we don't want you here, and then a year ago to be asked to be there. That was huge for me. That was really cool. I think I've shared pretty much everything about how I'm building locally. But my biggest advice to you is suck it up. It's scary sometimes to get out and talk to people, but it doesn't have to be from nothing to 100%. It can be as easy as just going out and talking to people every day at the same type of places. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Coffee shops and things are really great places to kind of, dip your toe into the networking vendor type thing. And I don't know, like there's a coffee shop near me that every Saturday or something has a local musician, comes and plays at the coffee shop. Or sometimes they'll have like local artisans have a table and thing. The worst you can hear, guys, is no. And we're going to hear thousands of no's in our business. It's what we do with the no. It's what we do when we hear no. Is the no going to stop you in your tracks and have you retreat, or is it going to make you try something else, push forward and do more things? Go to those places. Ask the coffee shop, hey, can I set up a table here on a Saturday? Maybe they say no. Okay, no problem. Maybe they say, okay, and then you're like, awesome, and is it cool if I like share some of the information about your coffee, your music, whatever, on my Facebook page? I have a business page. They're gonna say yes. Of course they want that free promotion. So it's all the relationships. Relationship is the word of the night. Let me scroll through quickly and see if I missed any of your questions, but throw them out to me, guys, because this is the time. This is the time. Oh, Melissa, is the ring light hot? No, it's not hot. My downstairs is hot. My downstairs is hot. Lauren, I don't like the idea of somebody being rude to you at all, but it's important for people to hear the consequence of pushing business into these groups. Yeah, it is. And guys, like, you'll hear this from every single leader across the board. Like, the top of the top leaders are going to tell you, don't spam groups. Take the time. And I know how much you want to build and you want to build quickly. I feel you. And like, guys, you know what? You're not alone. Like, okay, I'm Orange. I started almost 2 years ago, right? Initially, I was like, psh, I'll be black status in a year, and it didn't work that way. And that can get discouraging. Or you can say, okay, I'm going to put in all this legwork now. I'm going to put all this legwork to build my business now, so that, later it can explode. So over on Team Moxie, we've been doing the summer of sponsoring, because September, guys, right? September with the new products and everything, and how it always explodes in September. So we're building our businesses, right? Lauren has been talking about this. Bria has been talking about this. We're building our teams now, training our teams now, so we can explode in September. Well, the same thing applies to building your business locally. You put in all the legwork, you take the time week by week, month by month, and all of a sudden, when it rains, it pours. Guys, I never set out to become a makeup artist, to become a person working with local businesses and photographers and that, but that's what's happening for me now. And that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't put in the legwork. So yes. Word of mouth, Lauren says, this is why we don't need to know a ton of people. We need only know a couple, and they know a couple, and a couple knows a couple. Word of mouth is how our business rolls. You don't have to have a giant network. No, you do not. No, you do not, because it's always growing the more you're building those relationships with other people. All right, thank you guys. You guys are really sweet. Investing in other local businesses. Kathy, I just came up with a list of 12 beauty class ideas, and I'm going to see if people will be interested in having a 5-day one where they pick the classes and I do a live video for those 5 days with a different theme. I really like that. I really like that. I've been talking with my hostesses to see what their friends want. So I'm actually doing one currently that's only 11 people. It's small, but they all wanted eye makeup. All right, awesome. You know what? They're invested in it because that's what they want. What is that noise? It sounds like a bird in here. I think it's my fan. That's what they want, right? Give the people what they want. So now I'm doing daily makeup tutorials for eyes. I'm using all unique products, of course, but I'm not pushing product on them, and it's going really well. So Kathy, I'm excited to see how that works for you. I just joined a local networking group that is exclusive, so only one person per business. Oh, that's cool. Those are, you know, I'd like to see how you get into those, because I would think that there's like a lot of, you know, overlap, people trying to get in there. I will save this to my YouTube. I will. All right, guys, if that's all the questions you have for tonight, you know, if you're catching the replay, go ahead and I will respond to your comments as you post them. And I'm really glad I got to do this training. So Lauren, thank you so much for having me, and get out there, guys. Go work your businesses. Go local. Yes. Thank you, guys. Have a great night. Bye.